Bangs.
Okay.
Not the bangs. The bangs.
Is it recording?
Yeah.
No, wait, it's recording?
What are you saying?
Alright. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the first episode of More From the Block. I'm here with my special guest, 2 of the 3 members of Cloud NYC. Go ahead and introduce yourself, ladies.
Okay, my name is Kalaisha. I go to Baruch College. I'm currently an entrepreneurship major, and I'm one of the co-owners, co-founders, co-CEOs, co-everything of Cloud NYC, and this is my partner.
I'm Crystal. I go to City College. I'm majoring in advertising and public relations, and I started this.
Okay, so the third member who's not here, who wants to speak on her honor?
So we have another member. Her name is Yalitza. She also co-founded, co-owns everything along with us. Unfortunately, she can't be here because she's in school at Syracuse, but we're repping for her.
Okay. That's what I like to hear. So I know everybody out there want to know, like myself, how did Cloud start? What got it going?
So you initiated it. Go ahead.
Word. So one day, I literally came to Crystal's house and she had like a bunch of shea butter and like oils, on her desk. And I'm looking like, Crystal, what's this? So she's like, I want to start making my own products and whatnot. And I kid you not, literally like the month before, I had a whole bulletin board of like different products I wanted to make. The cinnamon glow, that was like my brand before the brand. And we just figured, why not do it together? Like if we're interested in the same things, we have the same exact work ethic, we get along great, like why not? And I want to say a month after that or so, Yalitza, our last member, she was like, we were telling her, we're starting this brand or whatever. We were having trouble with like the logo and what we're gonna do as far as marketing goes. And literally like within 30 minutes, she just whipped up like the perfect logo. And we were like, all right, join us.
So do y'all think that because y'all are close friends before Cloud, was it a little bit ever difficult to work together, or did that make the group easier?
I think we work well together, and once you establish a business contract, it's business and friendship, and there's a clear-cut line of how we separate it.
Okay.
I think we do well.
I mean, y'all definitely do well. I remember the first drop, y'all sold out the same day. That's amazing. So within the 3 of y'all, are there like different responsibilities for each person, or is like it's a group collective? I pick this up and do this, or like how does that work?
So overall, we pretty much collaborate on every aspect, but we do have our expertise, so to speak.
Okay.
So me being a business major, like I handle most of the legalities, like as far as getting our LLC, speaking to whoever we need to speak to, networking, however that goes.
I do a lot of photography, marketing, advertising, and then Yalitza, she does a lot of the graphic work, editing and environmental sustainability. She does that.
Our website, logos.
So a lot of that stuff, you could tell like the background was important. So I want to go back to when you said that Cloud had started. Do you think the inspiration for it came more so from seeing the stuff there, or like just a background knowledge of being in tune with skincare and hair care and stuff like that?
I mean, I want to say for like over a year prior to starting Cloud, I was always into the skin thing. Crystal literally had her hair page. Like it's something that we shared this common passion in like health and beauty, and we figured like why not make some money off of it? Like go ahead and start a business.
Why work for someone else when you could work for yourself?
Ooh. So are there any brands that kind of expired, or you got like example of like when people think of Cloud, I want them to think of it like so and so. Like did y'all ever see other brands that stood out to y'all that made y'all want to do this specifically, or have any like brands that you feel like you kind of took a look from or a step from and y'all use it for Cloud?
I
want to say,
well, my inspiration wasn't because the reason we did it was because we didn't see our product anymore. So no one was inspiring us. We had to inspire ourselves and do what we wanted, put what we wanted in a product. And bring that to life.
Like we felt as if no one was filling our niche. Like we wanted to bridge the gap between luxury and blackness. And
Okay.
I just felt like, collectively, we felt like there's no other brand that's doing that. Like, it's either, you know, not to say anything about any other brand, but
Right.
we just feel like we're bringing a whole new, like, fresh perspective to the beauty industry. And of course, people are gonna think highly of their own individual brands, but even as a customer of Cloud, like, we use our things religiously. Like, we go hard for our products. We make sure that we put love in it. Like, our family members use our products. Like, it's just the way it goes.
So then I want to know, what do you think is, you know, the best aspects of Cloud as far as not only just the actual product, but the message behind it, or, you know, what it teaches other people out there who see you guys start a brand and, you know, you're doing good, and we see that from the outside. So what do you think kind of that is?
I would say our tagline is aspire to inspire. So behind that, we're just, you know, we made it in our kitchen. Anyone can make a business as long as you put in the work.
That's interesting. Oh man. What was I gonna say? That kind of messed my train of thought up.
I have something else to say.
Go ahead.
And eventually, while Cloud is starting off as a health and beauty brand, we want to segue into like mentorship programs. Like, as far as we realized, like, we got it out the mud, so to speak. Like, we pulled ourselves up.
Y'all got the Cloud out the mud.
No. Like, no. We pulled ourselves up by the bootstraps. Like, we were sitting on YouTube videos for hours. Trial and error was like,
paychecks were going into Cloud.
Bro, like.
Okay, I want y'all to touch on that.
Okay.
The effort into Cloud, starting up from the bottom. Like, what was the long nights like? What was the money like? Explain to the people out there what it's like and how y'all really, you know, like you said, got out the mud. I want you to hear that.
That's insane.
Yo.
We would come here. We would start at, what time would we start? Like 6 p.m. And we would end at maybe 10 a.m. Like all night.
Yes. And this is with y'all being in school,
yes.
having to have jobs, having to deal with social life. So a lot of that had to be taken into. And
I actually, Yalitza was here. We were working on Cloud overnight at 7 a.m. I had to go to class. I had to take a final, and then I had to come back here and continue working on Cloud.
Literally.
So do you ever feel like the Cloud interferes with your you know, your regular life too much, or it's just a hassle now, or it's something that's a part of your daily life now?
I would never see it as a hassle.
Okay.
Right, I agree. Like, once you accept that your business is your lifestyle and there's no separation between the two and they just become one, it doesn't seem like a hassle. Like, I'm here probably 6 days out the week, like, literally, whether it's making products. Of course, we'll get distracted because we are friends,
right.
making our little TikToks and whatnot. But, you know, once you just accept that this is what it's going to be and you don't look at it like, oh, another task that I have to do, then it honestly doesn't seem that bad.
Okay, so what are specific ways, you know, Cloud can be used? And then when y'all get a chance, I also want to show, like, not the new, but, you know, the bottles and stuff that you have as well. But like I was saying, like, what are some specific ways that y'all feel Cloud should be used? Like for skin, hair, face, like wigs specifically, is Cloud, you know?
Everything.
So y'all say y'all use Cloud religiously. What do you use Cloud for, and then what do you use Cloud for?
Okay, so personally, every day out the shower, I put it everywhere, like all over my body, my feet, my hands. Whenever I'm doing a protective style, that goes in my hair before, during, and after the protective style, and my hair literally feels like a cloud.
So
like
soft.
It's so soft. Like, my skin is always so soft. I even use it on my cuticles. It's really your all around at home. You need this product.
Okay.
I do the same thing. Out the shower, full body, face especially. For your cuticles, it's my mom, my family, they really love it for like tougher spots, like knees, elbows, feet.
Oh, the nasty spots.
You know, crusty spots.
Yeah.
I love its multifunctionality. Hair, protective styles, keeps my hair super soft, moisturized, especially for your ends.
So I noticed recently, I haven't been using my pink lotion for my hair. I've been using the Cloud. But it hasn't been the newer Cloud. It's been the Cloud, I think, from when we did the photo shoot.
Okay.
So what's the difference between, you know, when y'all first started and now? Like, what new things have y'all implemented into Cloud?
It's ever evolving. We love our product, but we also tweak it every time. And at that time, around the photo shoot, that was what, December? We were trying to drop around maybe January, February, but obviously COVID.
It stopped.
COVID stopped production. During that time, though, we took it to improve the formula. We wanted to see if there was a smoother application. Maybe we could make it smell more cokier or chocolatier.
Yes. And like speaking of the photo shoot, our models were our closest friends, so we were able to get good, honest feedback on like what we should do better with the product, and we took all of that into consideration, and we feel like the formula that we currently have, also as Crystal said, it's ever evolving, but the formula that we have right now is very smooth. Like, we honestly love it. We feel like this would be something we'd be confident putting on shelves in stores.
You guys were kind of our guinea pigs.
So I was gonna say that.
Test it out, see how the public felt about it.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, you said it's ever evolving. You're always tweaking something. So, let's say with this new one that you have out now, what's something that you say, you want to implement going forward in the long haul with Cloud? What's something that you feel, as in, it could be the bottling, it could be the way that you promote it, it could be actually the Cloud butter itself. What do you feel like is gonna be stuck with you guys forever, as far as like what you have now?
You mean like, what's at least one thing we have now that we know we're gonna keep throughout the years?
Right. Something that's constant within the brand.
I would just say, like, I feel like I couldn't speak on a product that we'd have throughout the years, but just like our consistency and our work ethic, and like how hard we go with everything we do, like
the details.
Yes, it's all in the details. I kid you not, we had applied for a grant, right? And we worked so hard on this grant, like literally in the directions. They said spend 1 to 2 hours on this application. We spent about 24 hours across 6 days working on this one application, and it's just stuff like that. Like, that work ethic goes into everything, whether it's the labeling, the product making, the shipping, our online presence. Like, everything gets 150%.
And there's a lot of stuff that people from the outside don't see. So like, me and you are really cool. So you tell me like, oh, we have to fix the website, or like we have to find packaging and find labels. Do you think that itself is difficult, or do you feel like that's part of the challenge that you love to, like, you've grown to love because you're handling the business of Cloud?
I've grown to love it. Just the other day, we were trying to get some new bottle packages for a new product that's coming out soon. And individually, we couldn't find those bottles. But once we were on FaceTime, we found it right away, and even that was still a bit of a struggle, but it was more fun, That's a challenge, but it was fun because I was talking with my girls.
Okay.
Right. And just to build up on what you're saying, like, sometimes the frustrating part could be like, to our Instagram, it only looks like we have one product, like the Cloud butter with 2 flavors and 3 variations and sizes. But behind the scenes, there's so much that we do every day. And like, that's just what comes with having a business. Like, I'm not complaining in any way, but it's just, that's something that I've grown to realize with owning a business. Like, there's behind the scenes stuff, but you also have to, your online presence has to be tip top. Yeah.
You missing.
I want to go back to when you had spoke on COVID, and then just like that, plus she's in school right now, so y'all have reached a few like roadblocks, but how have y'all kind of stepped through it, or pushed through it?
Just not thinking about it. Like, that goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like, when you think of it as a hassle, it becomes a hassle. But like, when you're faced with a problem, it's just like, what's next? Crystal could tell you, like, in the beginning, our first formula did not come out right at all, and I was just so sad.
So what was the first formula?
It was a variation of what we have, but just the way we went about doing it, like trying to heat it up and then freeze it and just doing a bunch of extraness with it, just didn't work. And I was just so beat up. Like, I was sad. I was like, well, like, that we tried. But once I
had to be the one to, like,
bring it back to life.
Come on, Kalisha, like, let's get back to it. But once I realized, like, all right, that's going to happen more often than you think. Just the other day, we got some labels that we dropped hundreds of dollars on, and they were all messed up. Like, and it's just like, what can we do? Like, sit around and mope about it? But no, we gotta move forward. What's next? And literally that same night, called up Yelitza. All right, I sketched a new label idea. I'm gonna reach out to the supplier to see if they can help us out a bit, and we figured it out. So,
when you live in school, we have to make sure we have our weekly meetings.
And those through FaceTime.
Through FaceTime, yes, and those are incredibly efficient. We'll say we'll spend an hour. We'll actually spend like 3.
Word.
And do you think that some of that is accustomed to you guys being friends?
Yeah, like, of course. There be days when, like, I'm so excited for the meeting because I haven't talked to Yelitza all week.
Right.
Like, hey, girl, what you doing? Like, But I realize sometimes we do get distracted. Like,
Absolutely.
especially, Yelitza's, like, our stickler in a way. Like, when she's here, it's
strictly business.
Yeah, but me and Crystal are so silly. Like, some days, of course, we get stuff done, but, like, some days we just be lollygagging, TikToking, and whatnot.
But that's to be expected when you work with your friends, and especially like when friends become family, things get closer knit. But I want to talk about social media and how important that is, because I see you guys, I follow you, and I notice consistency is something very key to you guys. You post, you share, people who tag you, like it's very consistent. What has Cloud taught you as far as how to branch out through social media? And how if you were to tell somebody else, like what tips would you give them as far as social media?
I mean, I'm gonna just say something real quick because she's more like social media savvy than I am. But one thing I realized is like you can do anything on Instagram. Like our network is crazy, and the fact that like people who seem so inaccessible.
Not accessible.
Yeah, we know. People gonna know what you mean.
Yes, like the people that we thought we couldn't get in touch with, and it's just like all it takes is an email. Hey, like we have this brand, send us back your rates. We would love to work with you. Like, and the amount of people that are open and willing to try new products is like crazy, and it's surreal in a way. Like being on the phone with celebrity managers, like, hey, can I send your client this product just so they can make a video? Right, and so. That's the one thing I'll say about Instagram. Like, I have my little Instagram page, whatever, and I've never been too savvy with it. But having a business has taught me Instagram is your best friend.
Shoot your shot. She's saying shoot your shot.
That's not what I'm saying.
Shoot your
Don't
shot.
slide in any DMs.
Shoot your shot. Cloud NYC is gonna shoot their shot with their clients. Shoot your shot.
Yes,
if you
yes,
wanna shoot her shot. If you wanna work with that person, shoot your shot. That's what she's saying.
Yes.
But yeah.
I would say since I have the girls and I started back in 2018, I definitely learned consistency is key and engaging with other people. That means like comment, save their posts, like repost it on your story. All that are numbers to Instagram, and the Instagram algorithm is always changing.
Always changing.
So it's like you have to kind of find a way around it and focus less on like the metrics, the beauty metrics, which are the number of followers you have or the number of comments you have. Because as long as people are engaged and they're true, that's what's gonna count.
Yeah,
and if you think about it in numbers, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
If you think about it in numbers, if you have 99 followers, just imagine standing up and speaking to a room with 99 people. That's gonna get you scared. 100 people, 120, 50 people is a lot.
Right.
If you think about it like that,
That's a good
you're
way to
speaking to a crowd,
OD.
regardless.
OD. What was I gonna say? I had seen on Instagram that they changed the algorithm. So like now Instagram won't show your post unless they see that people are interacting with it.
Yes.
Right. So.
So they say that within the first 30 minutes, you have to get the most engagement. If you don't get a lot of engagement, they're gonna show it to less people. But if you get a lot of engagement, they're gonna show it to these people. Get more engagement here, gonna show it to more people, and then eventually that's how posts go viral.
So how do you? So like all the engagements and how to stay connected. How do you do that and intertwine it with Cloud?
Using hashtags. So also follow other pages that look like you. Comment on their pages. I like to share.
Okay.
Send your posts to different people through DMs. Post it on your stories. If you have different accounts, repost it on those. Just get those numbers up, especially within the first 30 minutes.
And do you follow a lot of the how Instagram when it has the business page to tell you like, oh, it reached this many accounts today, or you had this many tags from so and so. Like, how do you pay attention to that stuff, or do you just kind of move away from it?
No, those are also important. I mean, Instagram is definitely a tool. They have that insights for you. If you're a business page, it's gonna give it to you. Most of your followers are active 6 to 9 p.m. We get a lot of engagement at 9 p.m. and a lot of our followers, are engaged. If we post at 3, it's not gonna go, as viral as it should.
So that's important.
Sorry, not to cut you off, but personally, I feel like even though it's just a number, it's so motivating. Like, there have been weeks where we've had 30,000 impressions, and other weeks when we've had like 300, and it's like, once you see that 31,000, it's like, all right, like, let's keep going. Like, what are we gonna post next? Like, it's motivating to know that people are engaging, liking, seeing your posts, And even though even when we have just 300 insights, it's like, okay, we still gotta go and do what we have to do. But I will say, seeing those high numbers
does not stop.
Yeah, right, exactly. Seeing those high numbers does,
Okay. Well, before we finish, I do want to get some of the stuff on camera if y'all can show anything. It's up to y'all.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
So, one for each of us.
Okay. Christmas Day. Let me see what we're working with here.
Here we have. I just grabbed.
And y'all can y'all can tell the scents. Y'all can tell what's going on for the people. Do different packaging mean everything different?
Oh, yeah. So this is actually a question that we did a market the other day. We were invited to this market to, just sell our products, network with other brands and whatnot. And one thing we realized is that people are like really curious about the silk bags. So right now, the big chocolate bag, which is our personal favorite, comes
Big
with
body.
the big body butter, but the unscented one. And then vice versa, for the chocolate one, we have the white one.
The cocoa.
And how many flavors are there?
2, but
Okay.
there's 3 sizes. So
And the 3 sizes?
So we have our travel size, which is 2 ounces.
Mhm.
This
Right here.
little one right here. We have our normal size, which is the one you're holding. And then we have our family with 4 ounces, and then our family size is 9 ounces.
And prices, because I know prices it varies depending on the size. So how did you come up with the prices, and then how do you know stuff like that?
So as far as how we came up with the prices, so like I was saying earlier, I'm in business school and I'm able to do something called a profit maximization chart. So basically, you take into account the cost per unit for each unit. So that's the jar, the label, 1 jar, 1 label, however much shea butter we use, however much oil we use, and that'll generate a price. So let's just say for the one you're holding, it's $2 per unit. So I mean, it's definitely more than that,
Oh, okay.
but
Just
yeah,
making
like
sure. Just making sure. $2.
we dripping out.
This is still $2. I'm gonna start reselling the Cloud.
No, yeah, but I'll just take that cost of production, take into marketing costs, and even looking at other brands to see what our competition's, because we couldn't sell this for $200. Nobody's gonna buy it because there are other brands doing the same thing, so to speak. But yeah, just take into account those like metrics and boringness.
Okay.
And generating a price.
I understand. Well, I don't understand because you use some big words, but they gonna understand. But I want to talk about the ingredients and what's going on in the actual packaging itself, because a lot of people don't know the way you present your product to somebody is extremely important. And this looks like it should be sold in stores. Like you have the logos here and all that. The bigger one. So just somebody talk to me about what's going on this whole packaging for the butter.
Just looking at it looks so cute.
Yeah, it does. It attracts the eye early, and that's a big thing.
I'm glad you said that.
It does. I could tell from buying stuff that like when you see something that sticks out early, you want to get it. Even a little, what's this? That's supposed to be a cloud.
That's a cloud, but it could be a
Yes.
profile.
Period. Anything.
It like some other stuff, but I ain't gonna.
What it look like?
I don't know. It like somebody smoking. That don't look a little bit smoky out.
What?
How you gonna violate our whole brand on camera?
Nah, cause it's not a violation. Like cloud butter and like it's smoking the competition too.
Period.
Right? See,
Well, however you take it, we intended
Something
it
like
to be
that.
cloud, but we have gotten some.
It's a cloud.
Okay,
It's
it's a
a
cloud.
cloud.
All right, my fault. It's a cloud. Well, it's a cloud. But the ingredients. How long did it take y'all to come up with ingredients that y'all felt was correct for cloud?
Research.
I had a list. I actually have that list because it was my first research. of everything that I wanted to go into the product. So it was like, for your skin, yeah, we want brighter skin. We want to fade away acne marks. You want SPF. So, and then I checked off everything that I didn't want. Finally came up with those things. So that's not the first formula. We had oats originally, and then we had to do trial and error, see how we wanted that, and we completely took that off. It was definitely a whole bunch of trial and error. I think we did at least 5-6 perfect formulas before.
This is gonna be the one.
Yeah,
It's not the one.
Not
Like,
the one.
even like at our first early formulas included like almond butter, coconut oil, but like we realized if we're really trying to be inclusive,
I might have to.
take it as well. We can edit that.
All right, bet. Let me see what it says. That's probably. Hello. What's up?
So like I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
kidding. We realized that if we wanted to truly be inclusive of everyone, like we needed a product or a line of products that didn't have any allergens, or so we had to quickly scrap the almond oil and the coconut oil, and it's like, all right, what other ingredients can we incorporate that do the same thing more or less, you know, while making it a product for everyone? Because a bunch of people are allergic to nuts, you know, like we would hate for someone to use our product. Yeah, like we would hate for you to use our products and then break out in hives and be like, Cloud this, Cloud that, you know, so.
No, I'm sorry. I was reading our story. I just, I don't want to read it out loud, but I do like this a lot. It just feels like it's a lot more personal than a lot of brands. So you have the names of who came up with the Cloud brand and where it happened at. So I like this whole packaging is cool to me. I definitely recommend that. I'm telling
With
you.
the ingredients, I personally hate seeing the scientific names on every ingredient because I can't pronounce it. I don't know what it is. So that was the inspiration behind just leaving the simple name.
And not to cut you off, sorry, Crystal. I'm glad you brought up like our story thing. So another thing that we want to showcase with having a brand is like we are regular girls from Harlem. Like, you know, if we can do it, you can do it too type thing, you know. And we want to show like, I feel like a lot of times there's this separation between the brand and the founders, or the brand and the Africa's Best. You know that brand, the hair brand?
Never heard of it a day in my life.
Yeah, it's a hair brand owned by a white man. Like, that makes no sense to me, you know? He could never, ever use his own product. So we want to show, like, we're regular girls from Harlem, and we use our own products. Like, you know, there's no separation between the creator and the content.
So, speaking of, you say that the white man who owes the black, how do y'all feel about as far as, showing different communities and stuff that, like, we came together to make a brand, just little things like that, I know you have a little cousin, my sister and stuff, like, she keeps up with Cloud, so like, no, but,
It made you emotional.
We did.
First episode,
Him crying.
This is my first episode. I'm very thankful for you guys for coming on. Cloud Girls, I want y'all to check it out. Instagram is
at cloud.nyc.
Website is
Cloud-NYC.com.
Twitter is
Coming soon.
AIM is
Stop.
Never will.
BBM is no black
Yes. Ping me.
Lastly, more from the block. Cloud Girls.
Bye.
Bye. 1, 2, 3. This is more from the block.
Oh yeah. Like, how does this? What message or how do y'all teach them that? Within the Cloud, I guess.
Huh?
I'm glad y'all didn't know what I was saying. I didn't know what I was saying either.
Like at first you happy and then I'm like, wait, what?
Have my guests, the Cloud Girls.
You don't even sound happy to have.
No, but I'm not doing it right now. This is just the
You're an idiot. I'm not lying.
Ready?
I'm gonna bring it closer.
I think if we bring it any closer.
I'm tired of adjusting shit.
Okay.
Alright, wait.
Hi.
Yeah, I think we can bring it a little closer.
So I see what?
Do y'all think you can bring it a little closer?
What?
The camera.
No, I'm talking about this.
Don't bring the camera closer. Or you think we should?
You could. You go more from the block.
I could?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Welcome to my channel, More From The Block. I'm here with the Cloud Girls and whoever this nigga is, really don't know. Anyway, today we'll be talking about this brand, Cloud NYC. So we heard that y'all got an LLC lately. Yeah, we sure did.
Why are you talking to me? I'm not Cloud.
I'm talking to my alter ego.
Right.
I really don't know what you're doing in this video.
Extra space.
Nuisance. Alright, hurry up because it's a wrap.
Just landed on the plane.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sunday. Who's that?
Stop.
Who's that?
You're lying.